Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Vegas Daily Free Picks Winner Show. Guys, that's right, the First Family of Vegas show, guys. Let me get our banners up. First Family of Vegas show is coming to you every weekday on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, joined by some of the world's best documented handicappers and some of the world's biggest sports bettors. Brought to you by the best website in this business on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. We're going to be releasing a ton of free pick winners, some great betting insights, and have a few laughs to boot. So join us each weekday so we can improve your bankroll. We've got a great show for you. Let me bring this good-looking panel on. We're going to round the horn. Dan Kaiser, Steve Seagrave, and Sniper Pick West. Dan, good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing good, despite it being the one day of the year everybody hates the most, tax day. But yeah, everything besides that's going good.
Now, Dan, is that a Tigers jersey you're wearing?
Yeah.
It's funny how, now that Michigan State is playing golf, while they were playing golf for a few weeks,
so is
now
everybody
you
else
break out a brand new Tigers jersey that they're playing good baseball. I just think it's very coincidental.
No, you want to know the thing? See, you're from New York. You don't understand like Detroit sports. We're only allowed to have usually we're only allowed to have one good sports team at a time. So, when I was growing up, it was usually the Red Wings, and I hate the Red Wings, so I couldn't be a Red Wings fan. I couldn't be a Pistons fan. So occasionally you might get the Red Wings Tigers or Red Wings Pistons being good at the same time. Other than that, you only get one team. This is the first team I can remember in my whole life that we have three teams that are actually pretty decent. So I gotta wear it while I can.
We're just glad you're wearing clothes today. For those of you who didn't tune in yesterday, Dan came on naked by accident. Having said that, good morning, Steve shaking and said, good morning, Steve. How are you today?
Good. I'm excited to get the NBA postseason underway.
Well, I think a lot of people out there are excited because they know you are one of the best in the world in the NBA, and the postseason is going to take it up a notch. Let me say hello to my good friend. Is that an Angels hat you're wearing today, Wes? Oh, that's a Dodgers hat.
Dodgers. No, it's LA, but it's funny because I do have an opinion on the Angels-Rangers game, and we will get into that later. But the Angels changed their name more than the San Francisco Giants Stadium changes their stadium name. It used to be SBC Global Stadium, Pac Bell Park. It used to be Monster Stadium, and it's funny, all these stadiums change their names all the time. But I do want to say thank you. Joe took me out to see Quiet Riot here in Vegas on Come On Feel the Noise, if you don't know what band that is. And Vixen on Saturday night, had a great time with him and Dionne. Joe always hooks it up, always takes me out, shows me around the town. It's good to have a brand new friend that shows me the ropes here in Las Vegas. So thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. But yeah, no, going back to it is a Dodgers hat, but the Angels I call them the Anaheim Angels who play somewhere near Mission Viejo.
I do like to go to their stadium. I do enjoy it. I do like seeing the Yankees when they come into town there. It's a nice city around them, I'll be honest, though. Nice people, nice city. Having said that, yes, I had a nice time. I was hit up on my way out to the car. I left a little early, guys. Guys, great coming out of the gate. Not much stamina anymore. I look a lot younger than what I am. I got tired the other night. You would have thought I was on some methadone program. I was on the nod when Quiet Riot was on. I looked at Wes. I said, Wes, I got to go, buddy. Before I hit the valet, Sebastian Bucks, and somebody told him, so-and-so, we have a mutual friend that spotted me, says, Joe's here, hit me up, says, Joe, buddy, where you at? I'm like, dude, I'm not getting my car right. And my car was pulling up, and it was time for me to go. I do have some other things happening. I got hit up yesterday by my good friend Scott. You guys know him as Carrot Top. He says, when are you coming by to see the show? I got some other shows we're going to see. He is gonna come and join us a lot more. Plus, one of these nights, guys, you'll know what night it is because both Sniper West and I will be doing a no-call, no-show the following day on this show. I'll take him out. I'll show him Vegas Right, take him to the Golden Tiki in Chinatown, show him my legendary shrunken head, show him some places he shouldn't be late in the AM or early in the AM, I should say. And but those places are fun. Having said all that, guys, not a lot of fluff today. Dionne is taking another day off. Apparently, I got to be honest, when we have our date nights, I'm too much for her. That's all I'm saying. She's tired. She's resting. She's actually doing a few things behind the scenes for us Thank you, Dionne. We love her. She's still killing it in baseball. She had another good day yesterday. Couple of quickies. The First Family Show is on its own YouTube channel. Subscribe now, like it, ring that bell so you don't miss a single play, a single betting insight, or a single laugh to boot. Today is everybody's favorite day of the year here in this country. It is tax day, but good thing you guys are all followers of SportsMemo, because over at SportsMemo, it is screw the IRS day. All you got to do is follow any of these great cappers on the show or any of the great cappers over at SportsMemo, and you're going to start making money, and you could beat the IRS early for next year's April 15th. I promise you that. A couple of other things I want to bring up. Then we're going to get into some specials that we've got like no other place but SportsMemo can do. The numbers. We got some play-in games today. I know somebody's going to comment on one of them. We've got Orlando at home, -5 over Atlanta. We've got Golden State -7 over Memphis tomorrow. I will have a big game going off on one of these two games tomorrow. Chicago laying 1. Line went down, was 1.5 all day yesterday at home against Miami. We got Sacto laying 5 at home against Dallas. The Saturday games already, man. You know, you've got, look at this. You got Indy laying 4.5 at Milwaukee. Denver laying, over Milwaukee. Denver laying 3.5 at home against the Clippers. You got a game that I think is interesting. Laying 7, man. The Knicks. My Knicks laying 7. I got to be honest. I think it's a lot of points against Detroit, at home against Detroit. And the Lakers laying 5 at home against Minnie. Anybody want to chime in about any one of these lines or these games? Dan?
Now, I'm just going to be interested to see how these teams start out the playoffs that fired their coaches just before the season ended. That's I'm going to be interested in right off the bat.
Yeah, I got you. Let's talk to my good buddy Steve, who's one of the best in the world. I believe he's still the best, or one of the best in NBA this calendar year at SportsMemo. Steve, anything you want to talk about these games?
Yeah, I mean, for the games that you listed, I lean towards the T-Wolves plus the 5 points against the Lakers. I feel like the Lakers, they're always going to be a public team. And I like this Minnesota team a lot. It's a tough matchup against the Lakers to win the series. But at plus money, I just like the depth of this T-Wolves team. I like what they did in the offseason, bringing in Randall and DiVincenzo. This is a team that has a lot of different weapons, and I think they stack up pretty good against the Lakers. I think plus 5 is a good spot there.
Good stuff there. I'll be honest with you. So basically, guys, Steve, who's doing great work in the NBA again this season, over at SportsMemo, Steve is telling you, if you want to bet the Lakers, I bet it now. But if you want to bet Minnesota, maybe wait, because they are a fan favorite. The general public is going to come on LeBron and company. This is a gimme, guys. Basically, most of the time, the general public is going to come on these favorites anyway, especially come the postseason, guys. I got to tell you that. So if you like one of these favorites, bet them now. If you like the dog, wait it out a little bit. I will tell you, though, the Detroit Pistons are sticking out to me. Plus that 7 is a lot of points. They could scrap with the Knicks, and I'm a Knicks fan, guys. There is a game I like on tomorrow's play-in action quite a bit. Wes, anything on the NBA postseason?
Yeah, regarding tonight, I like the Hawks. Give me the points with the Hawks for sure. I think they're going to hang tough. It's interesting because the Hawks, obviously fantastic offense. The Magic, though, they're the number 1 defense in the NBA as it relates to points per game. So they have a pretty good defense. On the other side of the ball, though, the Hawks defense is terrible and the Magic offense is terrible, as the numbers say. So it'll be interesting with that game. I do like, I'm going to lay the points with the Warriors tonight, just a lean. But I think the Warriors are going to bounce back after that loss to the Clippers.
Understood. It's great stuff. Great betting insights. Great free plays. Bonus free plays. One more thing, guys. We're only days away from the NHL postseason. Be sure to follow all your favorite SportsMemo cappers in the NHL. I know we've got the best collection of cappers on the planet anywhere in this business at SportsMemo. Any one of these guys will be number 1 on any other website. This is like watching an MLB All-Star game, guys. Every guy that you see in the lineup and every pitcher is up for the Cy Young. Every guy in the lineup is up for an MVP. That's what you get when you go over to SportsMemo. But, guys, Stevie, Wes, Dan, my wife, the First Lady of Vegas, is killing in baseball, and myself, we're all doing good over there. Other than that, guys, a couple of quickies. You're going to see across the bottom of your screen discount that's going to scroll through the entire show. Today is the single last day to take advantage of this. 3 days, all access, all sports, any capper or cappers, just $10. There's no code necessary. This is a great way for you to follow your favorite capper or cappers for $10 a piece, or get to know a new capper you're not familiar with. For a $10 investment, guys, let's face it, you can't get a burger and a beer. Hell, you can't get a lap dance at a Boulder Highway strip club for $10. Those girls only have 3 teeth. It's $3 a tooth down there, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you, Wes, you're here in town. I'll tell you which place to go and which not to go while Dionne's not on the air with me. But I will tell you, stay away from Boulder Highway. That's all I'm saying. All right. You'll wind up on a milk carton somewhere. I'll tell you that right now. Having said all that, there is one more discount. Guys, normally it's Taco Tuesday, but because of Sports Memo, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore. A lot of our cappers are your favorite cappers, including yours truly, has a big game, $5 Tuesday play going out over at Sports Memo. Now, I will tell you this. These are plays that normally sell for 15, 20, 25 or higher a piece. Some of them are 4 unit, some are 5 unit. I don't know what anybody else has going on the show just yet, but yours truly has a 5%. My first MLB 5% play. This is my first big game release of the MLB season. I put up for $5. This should normally be 25, 30, 35, 40, or $50 on the website. Dan, did you post anything for $5 Tuesday?
Yeah, I've got a 4% play on the total in tonight's Golden State game.
Good stuff, Steve.
Yeah, I also have a 5% play in the NBA, and I'm on a nice run with my 5% NBAs since March 1st. I've had 5, and I've cashed them all. So.
Oh, perfect. Oh, my God. You can't beat perfect with a bat, no pun intended. Wes, did you put up a $5 play today?
You know it, between 2 hockey teams that are not going to make the playoffs and do not care about anything, and therefore I have a 5% play on it.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, this is a perfect time to go follow your favorite cappers over at SportsMemo. After the show, though, because you don't want to miss any of the free picks, let's go right into a few other things we've got going on today. We are live, so anybody has any questions or comments for our panel, we'll get to them by the end of the show. Let's get right into some free plays. Dan Kaiser, they call him the professor, guys. He's wearing a new Tigers jersey. He looks good. My God, I don't know if you look more like Alan Trammell or Ron LaFleur today. Some great Tiger greats from back in the day, guys. Having said all that, Dan's always doing great work over at SportsMemo. I want to talk about Dan even when he's not on the show because, you know, to be good in this business, you could be good for a week, a month, or even a season. Be good for a year. Do it year in and year out. Very few have done that for the amount of time that Dan Kaiser has done that. He's going to tell you what he's been doing at SportsMemo, what you can expect from him on the premium side of SportsMemo. He's got a free play winner. Dan, take it away.
Thanks, sir. I know it's a little dark in here, but I still think it's more Alan Trammell than Ron LaFleur. But we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I've been riding the Padres for a while now on some premium plays, and I'm going to go with them again today in a free play. They beat the Cubs last night in the first game of the series, 10-4. The Cubs are first in the National League Central right now with 11-8 record. They're sending their best pitcher on the mound right now, Shota Imanaga. He's 2-1 with a 2.7 ERA this season, but he is coming off a bad start last time out, and unfortunately, I had him in that one also. He allowed 5 runs in 5 innings. The Padres, I mean, everybody's talking about the Dodgers in the West, but right now the Padres are leading the West. They're 14-3. Randy Vasquez will take them on for them. He's 1-1 with a 1.72 ERA, which to me it's a little misleading because he's been struggling all season with the control problems. He's walked more than he struck out, but he seems to keep the runners from scoring. The Cubs are second in baseball with a 7.87 team OPS, and they score 6.44 runs a game. And they're fourth in the league with 25 home runs. The Padres are fifth with a 7.71 team OPS, and they put up just over 4.5 runs a game. I'd say the Cubs have the edge on the mound with Imanaga going. He's 9-1 with a 2.99 ERA in 14 career road starts. But the thing with him is he would not give you 9 innings. He doesn't usually go deep into games, and that's been a problem for the Cubs. And once again, their bullpen reared its ugly head last night. They turned a 3-1 lead going into the bottom of the 6th into a 10-4 deficit heading into the 9th. The Padres are 11-0 at home. On paper, you would say the Cubs should win this game with Imanaga, but I want to see how he does coming off that after that outing he had the last time out. And as I said, the Cubs bullpen isn't worth putting my money on right now. So I'm going to take the plus money with the Padres at plus 120.
Dan, the Professor Kaiser says, take the Padres plus the money. He's the winner. You will be too. By the way, Dan, great betting insights you're getting from guys that have experienced both the good and the bad in this business for many years. Normally you look, hey, on paper, baseball isn't played on paper. It's played on a diamond, and how a guy comes off a good outing, how he comes off a bad outing. Something to be watched. Okay, Dan, great point. Dan, what do you got on the premium side for everyone tonight?
Yeah, it's a busy day for me today. I got, like I said, a 4% play and on the Golden State total. I've got a 3-pack of plays in the NBA for the rest of the play-in games tonight. And then I've got, I think, 3 baseball games going also.
Great stuff from Dan, the Professor Kaiser. Go over to SportsMemo after the show. Go follow him. You'll follow him to the bank. He's going to stick around. If you have any questions or comments for Dan, he will be happy to answer them for you. Speaking of sticking around, guys, I annoyed him this morning at 5 a.m. Sniper West. We got to talk, Sniper. I hate to put you on the spot. What was her name and how long did you stay out with her last night? Because you're normally up before I am or up when I get up. And you got up a little late this morning. You got milk all over your whiskers, pussycat. Something happened last night that we want to know about.
Well, I got, I'm sure you've been in Vegas a long time. I'm sure you've heard of the, well, it's kind of funny because as you know, I used to be a heavy metal drummer, went on tour with a bunch of different bands back in the day. There is a club in Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley called Paladinos. But in downtown Las Vegas, there is a club known as the Palomino. And I'm sure you've heard of this club, right, Joe?
You were at the Palomino?
Really? I have a friend who has a lot of influence in this town, as do you. And he's actually thinking of buying the joint.
Oh, that's good stuff. I didn't know that was still open.
No, believe me, it is.
Oh, the Palomino.
Yes.
I know that place. I know the owners. Yes.
Yeah. Well, then you know the guy who's going to sell it to my boy. Anyway, it's a family-friendly show, so I can't go into details here. But let's just say it was a late night. You've seen that movie, The Hangover. It's very similar. Although I did not wake up on a rooftop, but that's fine.
Or with a face tattoo.
Yeah.
No, that's good. We're glad.
I didn't run into Mike Tyson either.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I do know the owners of that place, the father and son, the lawyer and the son. It's a whole other show, I'll tell you that. Having said that, Sniper West is doing some great work over at SportsMemo. He's always on the leaderboard over there in multiple sports. He's going to tell you what he's been doing at SportsMemo, what you could expect from him on the premium side at SportsMemo. He's got a free play winner for you. Wes, take it away.
Well, yeah, I do have a 5% hockey play over at the website if you want to check that out. It's funny with hockey and with basketball. We talked about this show. Sometimes coming to the end of the season, obviously the NBA, we're already in the playoffs, which is good. I'm looking forward to the play-in and the NBA playoffs where every team is going to be motivated every single night. But, we have a couple more days of hockey that, regular season hockey, where some teams, they're not making the playoffs at all, but they're playing for pride. You know what I mean? They're going to go home for the remainder of the summer. And you can find spots. I'm telling you, man, you can find spots where teams, they want to get a win. The other team does not care. And you can find little hidden gems here and there. But I do have a 5% hockey play over the website. You can check that out. UFC. Actually, there's no UFC this coming weekend. I did go 2-2 on the card this last week, but I had a top play, so we actually profited. I went 2-2 for plus money. UFC has been fantastic all year. I'll tell you what. Regarding the free play, I'm going to go to the diamond. I'm going to take the Angels here over the Rangers. So you can get the Angels at about plus 100 over the Rangers tonight. So the Rangers, going back to last year, the Rangers have beaten the Angels 5 straight times. And obviously this is a new season. I get that. But Ron Washington will remember that. If you remember, Ron Washington, he used to manage the Texas Rangers. He took them to a World Series versus the Cardinals, right, back in 2010. So Ron Washington is going to remember those losses. He's going to have his team motivated. The Angels are 9-6 right now. They haven't been 9-6 in a good minute, right? So there's a lot of good mojo, a lot of good juju going around the Angels clubhouse right now. Patrick Corbin is pitching for the Texas Rangers. I have been fading Patrick Corbin for years. He's not the same pitcher he used to be. It's been very profitable. And we get Yusei Kikuchi on the rubber for the Halos. And his numbers aren't that great, to be honest with you. But I'll take Yusei Kikuchi over Patrick Corbin any day of the week. We're getting the Angels at plus 100, which is basically even money. It is even money. And I'm going to take the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim that play somewhere near Mission Viejo over the Texas Rangers tonight on the Diamond.
Our good buddy Sniper West picking off bookmakers from a distance. They won't let him get too close, so he's got to do it from a distance. Says take the Angels tonight. He's your winner. You will be too if you follow him there. More importantly, on the premium side, he's going to tell you what he's got already posted over at SportsMemo. Take it away, Wes.
Yeah, 5% premium play on the ice tonight. I really like the play. I think it's a good spot where one team is going to be motivated. The other team does not care. They're going home for the summer, as I stated before. So, yeah, let's roll on the ice tonight. I think there's value still on the ice. We have about, 3 or 4 more days of the regular season before we get to the NHL postseason. And it's a great time of year, right, Joe? We got NBA playoffs. We got NHL playoffs. We got baseball every day. I mean, people, they complain about the summer. We even have WNBA and CFL around the corner. I was the number 1 CFL capper at a bunch of different websites that I will not mention on this show. But, there's value. There's value in the summer. I'm telling you, you can make money in the summer if you dig in and you work hard, as I do every single day.
Great stuff from Sniper West. He's going to be sticking around if you have any questions or comments from him. But more importantly, after the show, go to SportsMemo, follow him. He's a winner. You will be too. These are great betting insights. Sniper West said something about this summer. Real quick, before we get to Steve's free play, I want to tell you guys something. It's kind of funny. Being in Vegas for 35 years, I've seen a lot of changes. One thing that doesn't change is the people that you see in the sports book every day. Now, what has changed is, let me give you an example. If you walk into a sports book and interview 100 sports bettors, all 100 back in the day would bet football. Maybe 35 would bet basketball on a regular basis, and maybe about 15 out of 100 would bet baseball. Okay, but because of the sports book explosion, because everybody's got a book on their phone, their tablet, their computer, everybody's bets this, they bet this, and they bet that. But a lot of guys used to take off in the summer that you would see in the books, the usual faces, so the usual suspects, so to speak, in the books. You wouldn't see them for several months. They would take off and come back, August-ish. But the serious guys who made serious money all year round, some of the biggest sports bettors in this business, all right, guys, and I'm talking about guys that made this business in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and even the 90s and into the 2000s. All right, they would make serious money in the summer, and Sniper West made a good point of it. Please understand, the be-all, end-all of sports betting we know is football season, okay? But 99.9% of your games are on a Saturday and a Sunday, okay? In baseball, you've got games every day. You've got full cards 6 days a week, a smaller card 1 day a week. You can pick and choose. In football, if you didn't love anything on a Sunday, you're going to force it anyway because you got to basically go another 6 days before you get a full card of NFL if you didn't love anything. Or you'll force it, or you'll go, Monday or Thursday. Guys, listen. In baseball, you can really pick and choose, and he did make a point. WNBA, CFL, there's money to be made there. But please understand with these daily sports, you could also lose a fortune in no time because you have daily sports every day. You could go buck wild and go bankrupt very quickly. So be careful, pick your spots. I want to tell you, when it comes to children, animals, and senior citizens, I have all the patience in the world. Everything else, I have no patience. I know there's some people out there, many people out there, that have been waiting impatiently for Stevie Seagrave to start putting out his postseason releases. He has been crushing it all NBA regular season, and the anticipation is it's mind-bending. I'm telling you right now. People have been waiting for Steve for the postseason because they know if he could do that good in the regular season, he's going to absolutely kill bookmakers in the postseason. He's going to tell you what he's been doing. He's going to tell you what he's got on the premium side. He's got a free play winner. Steve, take it away.
Yeah, speaking of the postseason, I actually have a great postseason pack that the good folks over at SportsMemo let me release. It's my NBA postseason for $149 that takes you right through the finals. And last year, I finished number 1 in the postseason plus 34 units. And I'm coming off number 1 in the regular season this year as well, plus 85 units. So I'd encourage you guys to go check that out. And for today's free play, we're going to go to a player prop as usual. We're going to go Zach Edey over 10.5 rebounds. You can still get this at minus 130 over at FanDuel. His role has just really increased since the firing of Taylor Jenkins. He's had 27 plus minutes in all 6 of those games, and he's cleared this rebounding number in 5 of those games while averaging 15.7 rebounds per game. Opposing center rebounds overs has been a system play against the Warriors all season long. They're an undersized team, and they've allowed the second most rebounds to opposing centers on the year, the most over their last 5 games. Edey just had 16 rebounds against the Warriors on 24 rebound chances on April 1st. And I feel like tonight he's going to get his run. He's going to get his 27 plus minutes. And when he gets that type of time, he clears this total in 5 of 7 games. So I'm looking for him to take advantage of this undersized Warriors team again tonight and cash in with 11 plus boards.
Great stuff from one of the sharpest sports betting minds in the business. Steve Seagrave, he says Zach Edey over 10.5 boards tonight. He's a winner. You will be too if you follow him with this free play. But more importantly, Steve, what do you got on the premium side for everybody? It's $5 Tuesday. I know you've got a big game. Tell everybody about it, please.
Yes, sir. I have a 5% NBA max bet. And like I said, I've only had 5 of those since March 1st, and we've cashed them all. So looking to keep that run going, make it 6-0 tonight. And that's only $5 for $5 Tuesday over at SportsMemo.
Great stuff from Stevie Seagrave. Guys, after the show, you see his buzz link, sm.buzz/SS. Guys, go follow him. You're going to follow him to the bank. He's going to be sticking around if you have any questions or comments about anything. All right, if you want to ask Wes about the Palomino Club and if he needs a penicillin shot today, that's all. That's personal. You could talk to him in the chat room. Other than that, guys, I want to talk, before I go into my free play, I want to talk about the First Lady of Las Vegas. She's not here today. She's doing some behind-the-scenes stuff for us, as she always does. She does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, so I could come on and get this show done. Obviously, we miss her when she's not on air, but I want you to know, just because she's not here doesn't mean she's not picking winners. The number one capper at SportsMemo the last 3 days in baseball and the last 7 days in baseball. Not just 3 days, 7 days. 7-2 overall MLB run, and she is killing it. She's got 2 baseball winners tonight. She has a 5% total of the week. It's just $5. She's got her round tripper plays. Those round tripper plays are documented at 3-0 at SportsMemo this season. So she's got 2 big game winners. One of them is $5. It's a 5% play. Son of a gun, if you buy it, hit me up on Twitter or something. Let me know what it is. She never tells me her games. We're like that. We're very competitive. The other night, as a matter of fact, when Wes was sitting with us under the stars watching the Quiet Riot and Vixen, I won my first game of the day in baseball. Second game, I'm winning 4-0, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, 1 guy on base. Next thing I look, I lose. I lose the game. Next game, I lose in bottom of the 9th and bottom of the 10th, which I was winning that one easily. I look at Dionne and said, how'd you do today? She had this poop-eating grin on her face. I went, you went perfect today. Yes, 3-0. I wanted to kill her, so I just went home and beat her with a wire hanger. No, I'm just kidding. But I will tell you, you follow Dionne. She's not here today, but she's not here not because she's not winning. She's not here because she's doing some behind-the-scenes stuff. But the First Lady of Las Vegas, she is sm.buzz/DA. You just go over to SportsMemo, you'll find her. She's definitely the prettiest person on the website, I'll tell you that. 7-2 the last 9 MLB, number 1 last 3, and number 1 last 7 days in baseball. 2 baseball winners, a 5% total of the week for just $5. 3-0 round tripper. Follow her now. I'm going to tell you now, guys, get ready, adjust the volumes on your phones, your tablets, your computers, because I am very excited today. I'm going to tell you, first of all, over the years, you know, I've been called the best big game hunter on the planet. I give myself that nickname. I've been given it by you guys and my peers in this industry, because when it comes to the postseason, when it comes to big game releases, guys, I am money. I will have a big NBA play-in game posted late tonight, early tomorrow morning. I do know the line. I'm going to get an extra half a point in this game. So I want to get that extra half a point. Any advantage I get for myself or for you, those people who follow me, I'm going to take. And I will have a huge play going up late tonight, early tomorrow morning for the first round of the playoffs. As of right now, I probably will have several more NBA postseason plays. But I've picked up as many as 40 units in an NBA postseason. I'm not just talking 40 units. I'm talking 40 net winners. I've gone where I've had almost every playoff game and won almost every one, where you go 60-10 or 50 and 10 or something like that. I've done runs like that, okay? You don't believe me? Go check over at SportsMemo. Now, I've got 2 huge MLB winners for you today. My first big game release of the campaign, I put the 5% home run play. Over the years, my home run plays have become my most successful, my most popular, and certainly my most profitable. I put it for $5. The best big game hunter on the planet doesn't drop too many 5% plays. I didn't want to just put it up for $50 and say, here's a small play for my $5 play for Tuesday. I wanted to give everybody, no matter the denomination of the wager you bet, a big winner for just $5 today. I also have my Bookie Buster. My Bookie Buster got everybody paid yesterday with the Rays. They eked by the Red Sox 16-1. This was even higher rated. All right, I'm going to tell even higher rated. Get both, go 2-0, and jump on the tax deadline. This way we could beat the IRS for next April 15th. Start winning today. I want to talk about my free play. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Let's talk about a game that almost made it as a premium release for me. Let's talk about the Royals-Yankees matchup. Well, folks, despite being hit or miss, no pun intended, over the last week or so, the Yankees lineup still ranks second in the majors, accounting for a whopping 6.19 runs per game. Fifth in team batting average, first in OPS. They're the best long ball hitter in baseball, guys. Their lineup, 32 round trippers already. That's amazing. Not only that, but they're stealing bases as well. So not only, I know every year they hit the long ball, they hit the round trippers, they hit the home runs, but they're hitting the short ball too, and they're stealing bases. I like that. All right, that is enough for me to raise an eyebrow here. They took down the Royals yesterday 4-1 in the series opener. That victory put them back on top in the AL East. They have certainly dominated this American League rivalry, taking 3 in a row in 7 of the last 10 matchups with Kansas City. Speaking of the Royals, they're just 8-9. They sit in third place in the Central. They're a dismal 2-5 on the road this season. Their offense owns some of the poorest statistics in the majors. 29th in scoring, 24th in team batting average, 28th in OPS, 29th in home runs. They have no threat. They pose no threat to opposing pitchers. Overall, their staff, their pitching staff, has been very respectable, okay? But not getting any real run support, guys, I'm going to tell you, has hurt this staff. Doesn't matter how low their ERA is. You know, this reminds me, I don't know, I grew up watching guys like Greg Maddux pitch when he pitched for the Cubs, and he would have an ERA a little over 2, and meanwhile he had a losing record because the Cubs never gave him any run support. Good buddy of mine, Greg. Hey, Greg, how are you? I know he watches the show from time to time. Speaking of pitching, they send Michael Wacha to the bump. Winless, 0-2, 4.20 ERA already. Over his career against New York, he has done well, but he's not a kid anymore, guys. That's for sure. And the team has dropped his last 2 turns against the Yankees lineup. For New York, Max Fried, whatever you want to pronounce it, gets the nod 2-0 with a 1.56 ERA coming off his best start in pinstripes. Over his career, he's gotten the better of KC. With the lack of power at the plate for KC and the way New York has dominated this rivalry, I look for the Yankees to put a hurting on the Royals here big time. Take New York on the run line. Take your bookmakers' money. Do not forget, guys, this is a winner. I do like it. Almost made it as a premium play, but I had 2 plays I really think are a lot stronger. My Bookie Buster, which got everybody paid yesterday with the Rays 16-1 over the Red Sox, and my first 5% release, I put that up for just $5 over at SportsMemo. And don't forget the First Lady of Vegas. She is killing it. Number 1 the last 3 and 7 days in baseball. She got 2 winners, a 5% total of the week for $5 and a 3-0 round tripper. Numbers don't lie. Let's bring the panel back on. We're going to get some closing. Those Hooked on Phonics books didn't come in the mail yet. Some closing thoughts and comments from our panel. Then if you came in late, we'll run down the free plays so you won't miss them, and we're going to get you out here in time to take advantage of those free plays. Dan Kaiser, closing thoughts and comments today, buddy.
Not much. It's just, playoff season's underway, which is always good. And just a quick shout out to Paige Beckert for just carrying on the UConn women's domination of women's basketball and being the number 1 overall pick last night.
Is that right? You're all right. You're a good man, Dan Kaiser. Stevie, any closing thoughts or comments for our viewers?
Yeah, you had to work in that 16-1 victory by the Rays against my Red Sox.
Oh,
yesterday.
I didn't do that. You know what? Yeah. I didn't do that for you. That wasn't on your account. I promise you that.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think it was, to be honest.
No, it really wasn't. I love to stir the pot, Steve, and I actually missed that one. Shame on me for missing an opportunity. No. I just, I had them yesterday. I just like the situations. And remember, guys, all of sports betting is about situations, not just baseball, but baseball particularly. I like the matchups yesterday. Did I think they're going to win 16-1? No. but I was happy to see they won. And you know what? Added bonus, the Red Sox did lose 16-1, but it's a long season, Steve.
I know.
We have a bet. Steve and I have a bet over the Yankees, Red Sox. My Yankees pitching is in trouble. Doesn't matter if they're scoring 6+ a game. Once their bullpen comes in, or even their starters, they haven't pitched too well. They've been coming from behind a little bit, or just getting beat late. They need a couple of guys back in that rotation. One guy ain't coming back for sure, and the other one, we need him back short. We need him back yesterday, I'll tell you that. But it's going to be a great season, a lot of great baseball to be played. Let me go to, and that wasn't at your expense. I should have taken that opportunity. Shame on me for not pointing that out. Sniper West. Any closing thoughts or comments for our viewers?
Just like I said before, great time of year. We got NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs right around the corner. Major League Baseball in full swing. Full transparency as we're transparent on the show. I was actually on the under in that Rays Red Sox game last night, so that died it was death by 1,000 needles, as they say. But yeah, looking forward to the card tonight, and looking forward to the baseball card. $5 Tuesday. You gotta love $5 Tuesday, right?
Guys, I got to tell you, Wes, I love your transparency and the integrity of the cappers over which SportsMemo was unrivaled. I remember many years ago, probably 15, 16, 17, 18 years ago, I had an under in a game. And it was a Philadelphia Eagles game when they were just totally crappy. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the East Coast gets hit with a storm Sunday morning. And I'm like telling my guys, double up, we're going to kill it. Went over in about a minute into the second quarter. Went over. It was, I'll find the game for the next time we're on the show. And that one bit me in the ass, I'll tell you that. But I like the transparency. That's good stuff, guys. We're going to run down the free plays. Then I got a couple of discounts I'm going to tell everybody about. We'll get you on out of here on time so you can take advantage of these free plays. But more importantly, after this show, go over to SportsMemo. Follow Steve, Wes, Dan, myself, the First Lady, Dionne D'Amico, or any of your favorite cappers, because it is $5 Tuesday. All right, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore, thanks to SportsMemo. Plus, today is the single last day. I thought it was yesterday. My bad. Today's the last day to take advantage of that 3-day all-access, all sports on a capper, $10. Use it for more than one capper. Let me run down the free plays, tell you about the discounts one more time. We'll get on out of here. Dan the Man Kaiser, what do you got, buddy?
San Diego Padres plus 120.
My good buddy, Sniper Wes.
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim that play somewhere near Mission Viejo plus 100 over the Rangers.
That's going to be long. They got to be a big guy to have that whole logo on the front. Stevie Seagrave.
Zach Edey over 10.5 rebounds. If the 10.5 gets too juicy for you, I'm fine with the 11.5 if you can get plus money on it. Great
stuff from Stevie Seagrave. And yours truly, Joe D says the Yankees on the run line. Their bats come alive again today. And I got to tell you, I like the pitching matchup there. One more time. Today is $5 Tuesday. I could go for some $2 tacos now. $5 Tuesday at SportsMemo. A lot of your favorite cappers, including everybody on this panel and the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico. We all have big game releases today for $5. I know Dionne has a 5% play. Steve has a 5% play, I believe. Is that correct, Steve? Has
yes,
a $5
sir.
play. And yours truly has a 5% play. I know Dan said he has a 4% or Wes. What do you got going on for $5 one more time?
I have a hockey game that nobody cares about, which is why there is value.
Great stuff. See, value. And once again, that last chance for the 3-day all access, any capper, $10. Today is the last chance. Get your favorite cappers from the show or any of your favorite cappers at SportsMemo. Very least, try out some of the new cappers you're not familiar with. For a small $10 investment, it'll pay off in dividends. I promise you that. And today is a day we're thinking about paying off in dividends. It's tax day. But here at SportsMemo, we're going to screw the IRS day. Every day for the next year, you follow your favorite cappers, and you'll beat the IRS. Trust me when I tell you that. And I love beating the IRS. Just kidding, guys. I love you. Anyway, guys, tune into all the First Family shows for a ton of free winners, some great betting insights, and a few laughs to boot. All right, follow your favorite cappers at SportsMemo. You see their buzz links, or on Twitter at Joe D'Amico Wins, at Dan Kaiser Sports, at Steve Book 22, at Snipers Picks. First Lady of Vegas is First Lady 1ST Lady of Vegas. Follow us all over on Twitter. Guys, on behalf of the First Lady, Dan, Wes, Steve, this is the First Family of Las Vegas. Everybody out there, good luck and have a winning day.